In today's video, I wanted to talk about sleep hygiene tips. So many people will ask me, well, Carol, can you give me some tips on sleeping better? Like would uh, closing my curtains so that it's darker in the bedroom, or would putting my phone away? Like so many different tips that are out there to help people improve the quality of their sleep. And I have this love-hate relationship with hygiene tips or sleep hygiene tips. And the reason for that is it really depends on where you are on your journey to better sleep in order to see if it's what will help you or if using sleep hygiene tips might actually make your sleep worse. Yeah, I did say that. Sometimes it can actually make your sleep worse. And that's what I want to explain in this video. So we're going to first look at the Journey to Better Sleep roadmap, which is something that I've created that I share with my clients to explain this concept. And then I will give you 2 reasons why I really hate sleep hygiene tips. And then I'll also give you 2 reasons why I love them, depending on where you are on this roadmap. So for those who don't know me, my name is Carol Richard. I am the founder of the Sleep Success Academy. We help people create better sleep for themselves by looking at the 3 components, which are emotional well-being, your mindset, and your behavior. And talking about these 3 components, I also did a free presentation. So if you wanted a copy of that, you can go to my website, sleepsuccessacademy.com. Go to the free resource tab and you'll see where you can just give me your name and email address, and you will actually receive a copy of this free presentation that I explain in more detail what the 3 key ingredients to better sleep is. And I normally call them components, but in this presentation I call them ingredients because I was talking about chocolate cake and the perfect ingredients we need for chocolate cake. How can we use that analogy to get the perfect ingredients for our sleep? So yes, it will subscribe you to my email list, but know that you can unsubscribe at any time at the bottom of each email. So, and at the same time, why don't you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can be notified when I do another video. So, okay, so sleep hygiene tips. I wanted to start by showing you what the Journey to Better Sleep roadmap looks like. Before we get into why I don't like them and why I love them. So I'm going to share my screen. And when I think of helping somebody with better sleep, I'm just going to move this over here. This is what I'm looking at. I'm always looking at, how do we take somebody from poor sleep to bring them into better sleep and then really getting to awesome sleep. And so not many people reach the awesome sleep stage, not even myself, because I would expect awesome sleep to be always deep, refreshing sleep. I think it's possible to get probably about here, knowing that we live in a society that's always got stuff going on, stressful situations, but better sleep is perfect. So for me, if we reach this part, we're sleeping good 80% of the time, and we can have a full life because we are actually have enough physical restoration and mental restoration. And so then we can then keep working on even improving our quality of our sleep. A lot of people would be happy with just getting here. So depending on where you are on this roadmap, this is the journey I take people on. So the next step of this roadmap that I want to show you is, how do we do this? How do we get someone from poor sleep to awesome sleep? We look at their nervous system capacity. It's always the first thing we look at is the nervous system. That's your emotional well-being. So when I talk about the 3 components, your emotional well-being, your mindset, and your behaviors. So the first thing is emotional well-being. So it's the nervous system capacity. When someone is not sleeping, they're in the poor sleep here, they have very low nervous system capacity. When someone has better sleep, they have a medium nervous system capacity. And when someone has awesome sleep, they're like a high nervous system capacity, which is very rare to find someone with a very high nervous system capacity. I'm not even there. So, but I'm striving towards that. So, right, there's always ways to improve and make things better. But what would it be like to just start moving without judgment where we are on this continuum? And so you'll understand why this hyperarousal fight or flight is there and hypoarousal freeze in the next few slides. So the next step is when we realize, okay, how do I understand where I'm at? So we're looking at this, and then we're going to look at what we call the window of tolerance to everyday stressors. What we mean by the window of tolerance is really our capacity. It's just kind of a different way to say it. And if you look in between these purple lines, when I'm here, I don't have a whole lot of window of tolerance to be able to manage everyday stressors that come in. But when I'm in the better sleep, you see it gets bigger. And when I'm awesome sleep, then I can just pretty much manage anything. And the next step is really bringing in the red lines that signify the stressors that causes the dysregulation in the nervous system. And as we move towards the right and we have more base regulation in the nervous system, we can sleep even with everyday stressors. And so, especially if we have poor sleep, that really diminishes our window of tolerance. And we tend to having an event happen will bring us right into hyper arousal, fight or flight. So that anxiety, that panic feeling, and then, or it might shut us down into the freeze where we get into procrastination. We can't do anything. We just want to stay in bed. And then we kind of go up and down. Oh, I clicked something there. So we kind of go up and down like that. And I really want you to look at this area here where I am still having the same amount of up and down, but I am within my window of tolerance. So that's very important to understand, that this concept of it's not that I get rid of all the stressors. I'm increasing my window of tolerance to stressful events so that I can still manage life. And then sleep is good. I had a client recently that had some stressors that normally would have stopped her from sleeping. And when we connected, we were talking about it, the new belief she created. So the emotional well-being is the nervous system. Then it's mindset. The new belief she got created for herself that day was, I had a stressful event and I still was able to sleep. Right? So there's that, and I was still capable of sleeping. That's a new shift in her mindset. And what behavior got created out of that? Well, she had less fear about going to bed, and it was easier for her to do her bedtime routine that night. And so this is where I want to talk about sleep hygiene tips, because if I'm on this side and I have poor sleep and I have low nervous system capacity, and that happened because my stress at work, I just got given a new project and it's been like that for years, where it's stressful day after day. I just can't keep up with the stress of work. And someone gives me a sleep hygiene tip of wearing blue light blocking glasses at night, or looking at getting those dark curtains in my bedroom. They are going to backfire because it has nothing to do with the root cause of my sleep issue. So this is my first thing I don't like about sleep hygiene tips, is if I'm on the poor sleep side and the root cause of my sleep issue is that I can't, it's my job or something else, and then I wear blue blocking glasses and it doesn't help my sleep, it creates limiting beliefs. And a limiting belief that could have been created by that would be something like, see, no matter what I do, I still can't sleep. See how that energy is very low and very and not very conducive to proper sleep. And then we start really thinking something's wrong with us. So that's the first reason I don't like sleep hygiene tips. The second reason I don't like sleep hygiene tips is, I was looking at my notes there that I had written for this video. The second reason I don't like those sleep hygiene tips is because we're not addressing the root cause. It doesn't allow you to say, okay, the reason I'm not sleeping is because of this. Say a death in the family, a car accident, a stressful job, or just got some bad news. Like, there's reasons we're not sleeping, a medical diagnosis. Sleep hygiene tips don't look at that. So that's a second reason why I don't like them. Now, say you're in this part of your journey to better sleep. You're at the better sleep part. You were poor sleep, but now you're getting better sleep. Sleep hygiene tips in this area are amazing, because now that I've got some regulation in my nervous system, I'm understanding what my stressors are. I've made some changes in my life. I've set some boundaries. I've shifted my mindset. Behaviors then come in. And this is where sleep hygiene tips are part of behaviors. And so then, yes, maybe having a bedtime routine that has these sleep hygiene tips will allow me to get awesome sleep. right? So they have a place. They're just not for everyone at every moment. And so I said that too, it depends on where you are. It will increase the quality of your sleep. And the second reason I love sleep hygiene tips is because it does help you create this routine to allow your body then to help itself sleep better. I don't know if I explained that properly. I'm going to stop sharing here because you understand that on poor sleep, sleep hygiene tips aren't very good. But if we're at better sleep here, sleep hygiene tips are much better to use. And so I really want to explain that because when we create those limiting beliefs that I've tried everything and nothing works, it's very disempowering. And that's what sleep hygiene tips can do. It's done it for me in the past. I was like, oh, well, I put my phone away an hour before bed and I did this and I did that and I drank my chamomile tea, but I was never addressing the constant stress I had all day. Now that I sleep well, it comes in. I have tea in the evening. I might have a nice warm bath and then go to bed. And I do have darker curtains in my bedroom because in the summer when it gets light so early, I can try to sleep past the time that the sun comes up or going to bed earlier at night. So depending on where you are on the roadmap will be how useful sleep hygiene tips will be for you. So I'm curious now. I always have curious question. You can leave a comment on this video. Which sleep hygiene tip have you tried that didn't work? And now that you understand this Journey to Better Sleep roadmap, can you see why it didn't work? And can you see that once you create that better sleep for yourself, that they would be very useful? So those are kind of 3 questions. If you want to know more about me or you want to have a chat with me, just go to my website, sleepsuccessacademy.com. Go to the sleep support page. There's tons there for you to see. You can either join my Better Sleep community where we are working on this stuff as a group. You can connect with me one-on-one. I don't have much space for one-on-one right now, but we can still have a conversation and let you know if the Better Sleep community would be a good fit for you. Or go to my free resource tab where there's a few of them there now. You can just request one of those downloads and start your journey to better sleep on your own. That's it for today. Bye.